Wadito Kon, Pengay. I hope you're doing good. RWS 204 tomorrow, Saturday, and I'm back. Last week I didn't make a video. I was working a lot that weekend, and to be honest, I'm working a lot this weekend as well. But I really wanted to make a video. I don't want to get lazy, so let's get into it. The prediction for this week's card. First fight, catchweight Nongmei versus Daniela Lopez. I believe it's a catchweight fight. Catchweight. Nongmei made her debut against Laura Burgos in a fight for the interim title last month, I believe. Too big of a bite to chew. She was dominated and finished by knees and especially elbows. But that was too big of a. I don't want to judge her on that fight. I don't know why they put together that fight. I made a video about that. So I think she's an interesting fighter. Orthodox, has a good, nice right kick, nice timing, and decent boxing when she has to as well. She was small for the weight class, I would argue, in bantamweight, so that's why I'm not sure what this fight is. But either way, I think I'm excited to see what she can do against Lopez. Lopez is a debutante in RWS. She has fought on one Friday fights before. She has two losses, I believe. One of them against Jackie Buntan, which is not a bad loss to have. Buntan is a great fighter, and in that fight, Lopez survived, and she showed a big change. She got clipped a lot. She showed great toughness. She has a nice right hand, and she's good in the clinch. But I think she eats a lot of shots, and she has a little bit of a trouble finding the range for her boxing. I'm not sure that she's gonna have to in this fight though, because she should be quite a lot taller than Nongmei. Nongmei 159 centimeters and Lopez around 164. So I think this is a tough fight for Nongmei, this one as well. And I think Lopez gonna get this one done. I think Lopez, with her experience, I think she's gonna get close and she's gonna put hands on Nongmei, and Nongmei will have to defend very well. I think we're gonna see a unanimous decision win for Lopez. Fight number two, lightweight, Brandel Mendoza versus Taufik Elarj. Mendoza, 2-1 on RWS, trains out of Tor Zangchinoy, very well-known gym in Patum Thani, I think it is, outside of Bangkok, north of Bangkok. He has a win over M16 with KO punches. He also has a win over Larucci. A loss against Victorino, unanimous decision, I believe, because he was getting clipped with uppercuts a lot in that fight. He's an orthodox boxer. He has heavy and wide hooks, good boxing, good hands, likes low kicks, utilizes mainly a long guard type of defense. Does not really put up the high guard, the Dutch guard, so much more long. Eats a lot of punches. That's a weakness, I would say. And his long guard makes him very available for uppercuts, especially in that fight against Victorino. Also to knees, to counter knees. And now he's fighting a debutant in El Arj. El Arj has a win that I watched on Thai Fight. I don't remember the opponent. And then he also has a fight in Kun Khmer from earlier this year, I believe, maybe last year, where he got KO'd by spinning back elbow. So that wasn't a great look, but he's a young kid, 18, 19, I believe. Orthodox, swings quite wild, hooks, throws heavy low kicks, has heavy hands. And like many Moroccan fighters that we see coming into RWS now, they start out at a tempo. They go when the judge or when the ref starts the fight, they attack. And I think Elaj is one of them. There's a risk of gassing out for sure, but he has good, quite an interesting style to watch, I would say. A bit too wild, risks gassing out, and he overextends a lot when he punches, which also means he dips his head. He kind of goes to overhands and dips his head, and I think Mendoza is going to see that. I think Mendoza will throw a right kick, probably a right roundhouse that will knock him out, knock Elaj out in the second round. So I'm gonna have to say second round KO for Mendoza. Fight number three, super featherweight, Cactus versus Xianjing. This one is very tough. Cactus, training out of Torsong Chinoy, 4-1 on RWS, former Max Muay Thai champion, has wins over Denzel Takun, Hao Peng, a win against Wang, split decision, the guy that he's fighting today or tomorrow, and then Ler Tsingha with a beautiful knee. And then he has a loss to Muhammad Lakmi, which is not a great loss to have, I would argue. He was controlling that fight, and then he stepped in and got countered with an elbow and got dropped, finished. Orthodox Muay elbow fighter, I would argue. Also throwing in some knees there, but heavy elbows. Uh, Quite good both pressuring and being off the back foot. Not the most technical boxing, but very efficient. He finds his range. He stays evasive, drops his hands a little bit low at times, I would say, when charging forward, which the loss against Lapmi. But overall, an interesting fighter, and he likes going to the body a lot with the knees as well. So I think we have to look out for that one, especially the elbows and the knees from Cactus. And now he's fighting Wang. Wang is 3-1 on RWS, has wins over Udom Lek with the left hook KO, Yortanong unanimous decision, and Watana right hand KO. He lost to Cactus as I said earlier, and in that fight, I could see that Wang likes to stay on a little bit more of a Chinese kickboxing style. He stays light on his feet. He goes in and out. He's very fast and very explosive when blitzing in to throw punches. He doesn't utilize too many elbows, not too many knees as well. He's mainly a kicker and a puncher from what I could see. And he has his strengths in his very nice fast hands and the bouncy footwork type of thing. He throws out, he stays on the outside, stays out of range, and blitzes in, pa, 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 1, 2, 3. Also has some nice right kicks and a very good left hook. I think he relies a little bit too much on his boxing at times and the right kick. I don't think he utilizes all the weapons of the art of eight limbs, but he's a good fighter. This one I'm actually the most uncertain of on the whole card. And I think we're gonna see Wang Xianjing win this one. I was leaning towards Cactus for a long time, but I'm changing my mind in this moment. I think Wang will find a KO in the third round with his heavy right hand. I think Cactus will get a little bit eager to finish this fight, win it a little bit more dominantly than he did the last one, which was split decision, and I think that's going to open up for a pullback right hand counter for Wang. So I'm going to say Wang, third round KO. Fight number 4, welterweight. Petong Chai versus Sajad Satari. This is a very, very good fight. Petong Chai fighting out of Sorsomai, 13-3 on RWS with a nine fight winning streak going into this fight against Satari. He is 2024 RWS Super Lightweight World Champion, former Rajadamnern Stadium Super Lightweight World Champion, former Thai Fight Champion. He has wins over Kostin, Kunhanlek, Alfie Pierce, Joseph Molnar, Dam, to the fight against Dam to win the belt super lightweight. Chujarun, Tong Siam, he has such a big resume. Losses to Dam and to Erdem. Orthodox, muy femur type of fighter, very comfortable off the back foot, a little bit of a point fighting. Most of the fights that he's won, I think all of the fights that he's won this 9 streak is unanimous decision. Maybe one split decision, but the vast majority of them unanimous. He controls the range, he controls the timing, he makes you walk forward, and when the opponent takes a step that is too heavy, he chops down the leg. When the opponent is too open on the guard, clips the arms or the ribs. His timing is so good. Especially the counter kicks on the back foot, very, very impressive, very dangerous. He also has some brutal rear elbows, stepping in with the tomahawk, coming down in between the guard of his opponents. Very dangerous weapon as well. He likes to make them chase him, as I said. He likes to make his opponent work while he, the typical Thai Muay femur style, and then clips with the kicks, teeps, and yeah, very good range management and well timed teeps, I would say. A little bit of a weakness, if I have to say something, I would say he's a bit open to punches at times, and he could definitely be pressured into making mistakes. That type of style, if you're fighting a Muay femur that is comfortable on the back foot, you have to be in their face all the time, make it uncomfortable. It's not the easiest thing to do, of course, but you have to be there in their face, making sure that he has a lot to think about. And I think Satari could do that. Satari trains at a Venom Muay Thai is 12-8-1, if I'm not mistaken, on RWS. Former Stadium welterweight world champion, former WBC Muay Thai welterweight champion, has wins in RWS against Kirill Komutov, who will fight for the belt soon, with the unanimous decision. He cut him with elbows, and that's one of his main weapons, the elbows. Has win over Kapitan, has win over Motoyasuku, KO with elbows as well. I think that was a lead elbow, stepping in with a left, orthodox pressure fighter. He has heavy hands, very good 1-2, and those elbows, if any weapon of his is a little bit more dangerous than anything else, it's the elbows. From different angles, from situations where you're not expecting them, he likes to get into the clinch, and as he gets into the clinch, he throws an elbow and then clinches up. Very sneaky, skillful fighter, Satari. Intense pressure at times too. Can work off the back foot, but very interesting fighter. The weaknesses, I would say his clinch is not the best. That's why he likes to finish it fast in the clinch, elbow, and then kind of post up, lock the arms of his opponent, and then push off so he can go again with his boxing or with the elbows. He also eats a lot of kicks on his, let's see, I believe against Senpon. He lost 2 times against Senpon, I believe. And he was eating a lot of switch kicks from the left side in one of those fights, I believe. So he drops his hand a little bit. But this is a very tough fight to predict. I think Satari will walk forward. He will find his sneaky elbows. He will find boxing combinations. But I think Petong Chai will get this one done, unanimous decision. I think he will control the range. I think he will control the the movements of Satari with his timing. He will chop down the legs if needed. He will go to the ribs if needed. He will throw in some elbows, some boxing. Yeah, I think Petong Chai unanimous decision. Fight number 5, welterweight, Award Kazimba versus Big Ice. Interesting name. Award Kazimba, 3-3 in RWS, goes into this fight with a win over Albina Gorta at RWS 200. He was losing that fight, but then he found a massive right head kick that dropped Albina Gorta. I don't think it was a KO now that I'm thinking of it, because Albina Gorta stood up, right? Or was it a KO? I don't even remember how that fight finished, but huge right kick that clipped Albina Gorta, and that's a weapon that he's used before. He's an orthodox fighter, so the right kick, high kick, is very dangerous. He was, I think, he dropped Kai Chon with the same type of kick, even though Kai Chon stood up and continued fighting. Kazimba is interesting because he is very fun to watch. He does not always have the best technique when it comes to especially the boxing. I think he's a little bit sloppy at times. He gets rocked a lot, but he doesn't go down too much. And he fights quite well off both the back foot and the front foot. He likes to step back and throw a left hook. And he's quite well rounded. He has many options of attack, but I would pinpoint the right high kick for sure. And yeah, weaknesses. I think he gasses out a little bit in fights. I don't think he has the cleanest boxing, and I don't think his defense is that great. But overall, a good fighter. and he's fighting big guys, debutant, coming into the fight with 5 fight win streak outside of RWS. Earlier this year on Raja KO, I believe, he beat Zuhair, who fought also 1 or 2 months ago in RWS. I'm not too impressed with that win. Zuhair is not that good, I think. Obviously, he's a good fighter, but he's not that good. And I think Big Eyes, from what I can see, I haven't been able to find too much footage. Sorry. But southpaw fighter with a heavy left kick, heavy kicker. I would say I saw some boxing videos, and I'm not too impressed with his boxing necessarily. But I think he's gonna go in there. He's gonna throw left kicks after left kick after left kick. But in the end, I think Kazimba has more experience, and I think he is more well-rounded. And Kazimba is probably gonna get the finish in the third round in this one with a right high kick KO. Fight number 6, super featherweight title fight. The champion Chalam versus the challenger Yod Katanayu. I think this is maybe the fight of the card. Chalam, RWS, 5-1 record, 65, 16 and 2 overall. And listen to his resume. Current RWS champ, of course, former Channel 7 super featherweight champion and bantamweight champion, former 2-time Lumpini featherweight champion. He has wins over Kompatak, he won the belt in RWS, Tongnoi, Kaipa, and his last one, a defense against Kyotong. He lost to Sangmani in a split decision in lightweight, but besides that, he's been flawless in RWS. Orthodox, can fight switch, very technical Muay femur. Sorry. His footwork, excellent. Feints, brilliant. He mixes up his targets. He goes to the body with knees, with teeps, with kicks. He goes to the head with boxing. He's very boxing heavy. Throws a lot of punches to the head. Has a very good jab, one of the best in the Muay Thai game. He has insanely high fight IQ. His defense is well put together most of the time. He cuts angles. He doesn't stay in a line. He cuts angles. He moves his head. He makes it very difficult to hit him, and he makes his opponent chase and chase and chase. And that's when he's at his best. When his opponent has to chase him, he can find his timing, he can find the range, and he can throw counters, get in there with some very nice 1-2 uppercut, and very, very impressive fighter. Overall, one of the more technical fighters on the roster of RWS, I believe, and I think he has many tools in his drawer. He feels like he's improvising when he's fighting, that he doesn't have like a set of things that he throws. You know, some fighters, they have this 1-2 low kick, 1-2 low kick, even at a higher level. But with him, it feels like he just flows. He's in a flow state most of the time. Maybe a little bit slow in the start, the first round, but after that, he gets going. He finds the range, he finds his timing, he finds his footwork, his head movement, makes his opponent guess, he feints. Very impressive fighter. I think Chalam is one of the more fun fighters to watch in RWS today. And I don't see a lot of weaknesses. I don't see a lot. I see one, though, against Kompatak when he won the belt. He was dropped in round 2, I believe, with a left high kick from Kompatak, because when he's that comfortable in the ring, he drops his hands a little bit, and that one wasn't even a proper clear. Like his hand was ahead of in between the leg and his face, but still it went through. I think his right hand drops a little bit when he is defending. He was not dropped, I think, but I think it was against Tongnoi and Kyotong that I was watching, and he got clipped by those left kicks because his right hand drops over and over and over again. That is definitely something I would look out for, and definitely if I was Yor Katanu, I would focus on that. I would drop a lot of left kicks, and the thing is, Yor Katanu trains at a Jit Magnon gym. He's 0-1 on RWS. Lost a very, not a very close decision, but to Petsaman for the super bantamweight. I believe he's an orthodox Muay Thai, Muay Khao fighter, a little bit mixed. I would say I'm not an expert though, so I don't know, but he has a very solid right roundhouse kick, also a very good switch left kick, and I think that's going to be a key for Yorkatanu in this fight. He is good at winning the exchanges with his kicks. He's a little bit one-sided, I would say. His boxing is not the best, but he mixes it up as much as his ability allows him. He has some very nice step in knees. He is solid in terms of defense, checking kicks. He's strong in the clinch, like most fighters from Jitmagnon Gym are, and I think he has everything to win in this fight. I don't think anyone really expects him to win, so he has that moment of surprise, I would argue. I think he's going to try to go a lot with that left high kick. If his team has been doing the tape study properly, I would, at least that's what I would do. Um, he's gritty, he's tough. He is a little bit one-sided, as I mentioned, which is a weakness, I would argue. And his footwork needs to be questioned at times. He moves his head a lot without his feet, and that's a danger in Muay Thai or in any martial arts that has striking, basically. I think Yorkatanyu will make it gritty. I think he will make it a tough fight for Chalam. But I don't think Yorkatanyu will bring something that Chalam has not faced before. I think for someone to beat Chalam, you really need to beat him at his game, kind of like the IQ, the smartness. Just pressuring, I don't think is. I think he's too good of a Muay femur for that. So I'm gonna have to say. I mean, I could see a left switch kick KO for Yorkatanyu, but I don't think it's likely. I think Chalam is, even when he was knocked down by Kompatak, he stood up and he dominated the fight after that. So if you don't put him out, he's gonna come back. So I'm gonna have to say unanimous decision win for Chalam. I think it's gonna be his fourth title defense, I believe, and I think he's just too good. He's very technical. He's very skillful, and I look forward to watching this fight for sure. But Yorkatanyu, very talented, skillful fighter, but he's gonna have to do something special. So I'm gonna stick with the unanimous decision win for Chalam. Moving on to the last fight, fight number 7, which I believe is a catchweight. Rachanon versus Muad Belkada. Rachanon is a fighter with an 1-0 record on RWS. He beat De La Paz with a knee to the body KO in his debut. And afterwards, he did like flips and he was very emotional. And he's a very interesting fighter. When he finished De La Paz, he, I don't remember what started the finishing sequence, but I think it was a left switch kick, maybe, or like not even a switch kick properly, like a lead left kick clipping De La Paz, and then flew in with a flying knee. Didn't really hit, and then he throws elbows, he throws punches. He's very aggressive. When he smells the blood, he's very aggressive, and he mixes up his attacks very well. He goes to the body with knees, with punches. He's very athletic, and that's how he found his finish. He went to the body with punches, and then he found a huge knee that drove into the sternum, I believe it was, or around the belly button, maybe a little bit lower, on De La Paz, who could not stand up. Impressive performance by Rachanon, and I think he has. It's something about him that is a little bit like a star quality, I would say. So I'm very excited to see him in this fight. Only 20 years old, 180 centimeters tall, I believe. So very interesting fighter. And then, and I think he's in between featherweight and super featherweight. I'm not sure, but somewhere in between there. And then for the opponent, Belkada, debutant, has a loss in Raja KO to David Sinclair, who also fought a few months ago, a few weeks ago. Orthodox fighter, quite fast hands, a nice left high kick. I was watching a fight. I don't remember who it was against, on what promotion. But nice left high kick, has some good footwork, some good low kicks. Has some problems in the clinch. More of a kickboxer, I would say. Not the most powerful punches, and he does not really check kicks that well. His defense is not that solid. I think this is going to be a quick win for Ratchanon. Probably first round head kick KO. I could see, because from what Belkada kind of drops his hands a little bit. He gets out and drops his hands a little bit. And I think Ratchanon is a name. I would be surprised if he didn't win this one. So I'm going to have to say KO round one for Ratchanon. And that's the card. Thank you so much for watching this video, and let me know your predictions in the comments. And yeah, I look forward to watching the fights. Kopp och Mahab.